Hey guys, little video. It's about time for me to make one again, and this time I had to make a cheat sheet because there's a bunch of stuff I wanted to talk about, and every time I make a video, at the end of the video, crap, I forgot something. So I figure I use a little helper for the mind there. I went to New Jersey this past week, and I did the swap for the RD350 for the scooter. I picked up the scooter. You can see it behind me. I'll hit that in a second. But that's a town where I grew up, and it's kind of weird. Every time I go back there, it's like two different lives. It's like I've been in this area 26 years, and pretty much 22 years down there. So it's like two different sides of the coin. I go back and gives you mixed feelings. I went to the original house that I grew up in, and again, it's for sale. And the house next door, where I grew up, there was 3 houses in a row, and that was pretty much about it. There wasn't much around. The house next door is now abandoned, and when I took a walk through that property, it brought back a bunch of memories, and kind of depressing in a way, because it went from a family that was living there and with 7 kids and all, to just a absolute shithole. Really sad. I'm trying to think where I want to go with this, but it takes me like a day or two when I come back just to kind of get my bearings of who I am again, or who I was and who I am now. And not saying that was a bad time. I thoroughly enjoyed it. I did a couple of videos while I was down there. I did videos of that house, the shape that it's in, with my brother. It kind of, him and I can relate to it. I don't know if you guys can. And I also ended up doing a walk around of our old house, which is really tiny. It was like, I think it was 1,200 square feet, if it was that. And my first garage that I built, I think I was 17 when I did it, and I brought it home in a VW bus for, I think I bought the lumber for $200. Good idea. That was like 1981, 82, right around there. So if you guys have an interest in seeing that, I don't know if how well it's going to translate to the YouTube garage, but for me, it was pretty cool. I may just make them private and send them with family, but give me a heads up what you think on that. And I also went to a place called, it was in Hamburg, New Jersey. It was an old, actually like 3 old factories. One of them was like a fairy tale forest kind of place where kids would go, almost like an amusement park, but not, kind of like a castle kind of place. It's not being used anymore, all run down. Next to that was like a plastic extrusion factory, which is all closed, and just like a big old warehouse, everything kind of growing up around it. And then out behind that, if you kept going out back, there was like an old paper mill ruins that was all powered by water. I found that to be the most interesting. Again, I have videos on that too. Don't know if you guys are into that thing or not. Just leave a message. I'll see what we do about putting them down. Also, I found signs on the neighbor's garage. The neighbor was a photographer. She passed away about a year ago. And I found a sign on the wall, which was her original sign that she used to hang out in front of the house for what she did. And I think I'm going to try to see if I can ship that back to one of the kids. I do have an address of one of them. So maybe good for them, some kind of memories. I saved it from ruin. I tell you that there was a barn out back that I was afraid to take the sign off because it literally expecting it to fall on top of me. So it's not like I stole it. I just kind of preserved it, and I think it goes back to the rightful owner. What else we got? I think it was kind of it as far as that trip's concerned. Now we can go back into some Motorhead stuff. How about that? Do a little kind of walk around. Show you what we got going on here. Flip you back. I'll start with the Ford alternator. I ended up tearing that thing apart. And where the hell is it? Back in here. Coming out. You guys can see it. But you look at those slip rings. They got a really heavy groove in them. So the armature of this guy is pretty much shot. There wasn't gonna be too much saving that. This is the voltage regulator with the brushes built in, and if you can see the brushes themselves, see that little thing in the center of it? It's like it went from the brush material to like there's like a brass piece in there, and I think that's what chewed itself right into there. So that alternator was pretty much done. I ended up, the one I got there was only 23 bucks from a wrecking yard, junkyard, whatever you want to call it, recycle yard. And that's why we went with that. That's the part scooter that I picked up, and this is the new one. When we're down there, a friend of mine, Mike, he has 2 of these. We went for about another 100-mile ride, went yard sailing. And on the side of the road, believe it or not, there was another Ford pickup. It was like a 2006 at $700 best offer, kind of like the same truck that I have now. And it said for sale for $700. I think someone was screwing somebody else, and they took a sign off something else and put it on their truck, because it, like, coffee cups were still in the console. It looked like it was something that was just being used all the time. Chargers were still plugged in. And of course we called, we got no answer, but it was too good to be true twice in a row. This scooter is in nice shape. It's only got like about 5,000 miles on it, but at one time it got towed on a flatbed, and they wrapped the straps around it and they just crushed down on it. So it kind of busted up a bunch of the plastic on it, and it's got bits and pieces that are kind of screwed up. It's missing the glove box here. The windshield's all smoked on it. You can't really, that was after it was cleaned. It doesn't want to come back. So the back rim's bent on it a little bit. So all those pieces we're going to go pick off of this one right here. And I have a feeling the wheels are turning, that might turn into a mini bike. The motor's blown in it, but the size of the body of it, I was thinking about maybe putting like a Briggs V-twin, horizontal V-twin in there, and making that for the engine for it. We'll see. Speaking of engines, look at what we got here. VW Darren hooked me up a while ago with one of those Chinese motors, and it was missing a lot of the pieces. It actually ended up being cheaper just buying a whole nother setup. So we have a plethora of cables and all the pieces. There you go. That's gonna go on that knockoff Chinese Schwinn bike. And can't wait to get to that, but I got the stuff I need to address first. What else are we going to talk about? Go back to my thing. I know what. Guys, I got to click the lights on. Hold on. Been getting stickers for a while. I've been neglecting showing them because I wanted to put them on my VW bus. And the VW bus is one of those projects that's just taking forever. So we're going to go with starting this cabinet up and getting them on there. And giving just rights to the guys that we've been getting stickers from. I got another one from Wild Eye Northern Boy, but right now we're going with that because I'm gonna use that one for something else. That'll be my sticker cabinet, at least to start with, and then it may expand to the rest of things. Someday I'm gonna get my lazy ass together and I'll actually make my own sticker. I'm a procrastinator when it comes to that stuff. And I want to know what you guys have for creepers and what you like, what you dislike. I went like everybody else. I always had the wooden creepers. One I had the back that was about 10 inches long that went up on its own also. I kind of like that one. And I got this thing, and it is comfortable and it does get you low to the ground, but here's the problem. It's so low to the ground that the center of it drags all the time, and that is friggin' annoying. So I'm beginning to hate this creeper because it's plastic, and over time they start to sag and fatigue. So you guys let me know what you think the best creeper is available, and how will they hold up, because I'm in the market for a new one, and I don't want to do trial and error. I want to see what people like. I'm like 200 pounds, 6'2", so let me know. And what else we got? I don't know what else we got. We got the the Ford is on the road. I put it on yesterday when I got home, and I ran it down the highway. Seems good. Power steering pump whines a little bit. Rear end's a little on the whiny side. It is a high mileage vehicle, so that stuff is to be expected. Oh, I don't want to talk about. You guys went back and forth with what to clean that crap off of. I tried WD, let it soak for a couple of days. It did not work. All right. I think the Goof Off and the other one, which is close to the same thing as this, Goo Gone, I think was the other one. Seemed like they were made out of the same stuff. I picked up a can of that stuff, and I must say it worked the balls. I put the sunroof back together, minus the two pieces that make it kick up. But we got it all back together, and got all the stuff cleaned off of it, and got the sunroof back to where she should be. It downpoured last night, and I don't see any water dripping on the inside, so that's a good sign. So it's going to take about 2 to 3 weeks to get the title on it, and then I believe we're going to be putting that up for sale, and it'll be the fall time, so that'll be a good time to sell a four-wheel drive vehicle that can haul 6 people. And next week, I got a couple of jobs coming in, but next week the bus is coming in and the heads are coming off, and we're going to get that motor straightened out and start wrapping up the rest of that vehicle so that that can get out of here and go to my parents too. Alright guys, I'm going to cut her. Thanks for watching and commenting and everything else that goes along with that. And let me know what you like for a creeper. I want a new one. Take care.